Congress in Karnataka sending out an all is well message in the midst of speculation of a power tussle in the state. Party General Secretary Randeep Singh Surjewala is in Bengaluru and attended a meeting of the party leadership this morning and reiterated that it's a united house preparing for a mega rally in Belagavi on the 21st. A meeting of the Congress legislature party is also on in Bengaluru. There has been strong speculation, remember, and media reports of a power tussle between Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, who's also the State Congress President. This after a New Year dinner meet organized by PWD Minister Satish Jarkioli, a known rival of Shivkumar. The top leadership of the party has dismissed categorically reports of any change in State Congress President or an agreement for a mid-term change of Chief Ministership in the state from Siddaramaiah to Shivkumar, dismissing all speculation. Siddaramaiah and Shivkumar have categorically stated no such changes are on the cards and that the two are working in coordination. In fact, Surjewala a short while ago said that the one-man, one-post principle, which has been questioned by some sections in the Congress because Shivkumar occupies both Congress President's post as well as Deputy Chief Minister's post, can be kept open in exceptional circumstances, indicating that the status quo will continue in Karnataka. Let's listen into the political reactions.
Any diktat will be issued against the leaders who are making controversial statements, who are making loose talk.
My CM and my in-charge General Secretary will take care of all.
Sir, you are given.
So the purpose of today's meetings was an organizational thrust that is needed, and to prepare ourselves solidly, use these 3 to 6 months to add many office bearers in responsible positions at grassroots level. That's all.
ಈಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಜ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಇವರೇ. ಖಾಲಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕುರ್ಚಿ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಊಹೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಡೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಥರನೇ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಾರಿ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಟಿವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈಲಾಗ್ನೇ ಬರೆದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೇ.
So all the top political leaders in Karnataka dismissing all that speculation as media reports and that they had nothing to do with it. But is that the case? Joining me this evening, Nihal Kidwai, who's reporting from that Congress Legislature Party meeting that's underway here in Bengaluru at that Radisson Blu Hotel. Also with me this evening, senior journalist B.S. Arun and psephologist Sandeep Shastri, both of whom have tracked Karnataka politics and the twists and turns of it for many decades. Now, Nihal Kidwai, first bring us to speed with what's happening there at the CLP meeting. Obviously, Randeep Singh Surjewala sending out another important message where he says that the one-man, one-post principle could be having exceptions at some times, thereby indicating that there is unlikely to be any change of leadership at the state Congress or a rotation formula in terms of chief ministership between Siddaramaiah and DKS.
I am not able to hear Veera.
Surjewala has made it clear that there won't be any change as far as the post of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee Chief is concerned. D.K. Shivkumar is holding that post as well as he is the Deputy Chief Minister as well. So questions were there whether D.K. Shivkumar would be replaced by someone else and the Chief Minister would be replaced as per the 2.5 years formula, and DK might be appointed as the Chief Minister. But now it has been made clear that there won't be any change at all, and the status quo would be maintained. So it is definitely a relief for DK Shivkumar. But here in this general body meeting of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, there was a concern for the party high command when two senior ministers, G. Parmeshwar, who is the Home Minister, and Rajanna, who is the cooperative minister, these two ministers were absent. When I asked him, Surjewala, about their absence, Surjewala said that G. Parmeshwar had run the party here in Karnataka. He knows the operational procedure of the party, and therefore whatever concerns are there, the concerns of the party has been conveyed to G. Parmeshwar. So he had expressed displeasure over his absence, because after Satish Jarkoholi's hosting the dinner, it was G. Parmeshwar who had intended to host the dinner, but it is believed, stopped by the party high command, and especially Surjewala is believed to have told him that he should not hold the dinner program that he was scheduled to hold it, and that is why he absented himself from today's meeting.
Right, interesting that you say there, Nihal. It's a question of who can have dinner with who and when. That's really the question. Hopefully Parmeshwar can have his dinner. We'll see what happens after the CLP meeting. Obviously, you'll bring us to speed with the developments there and the kind of comments that's made there. But of course, the larger impression of this whole exercise is to send out a message of all is well and try and put the lid on that speculation. Right, B.S. Arun, we've heard about this for a while now. It sparked off again after the Satish Jarkoholi dinner. What's the message? Do we believe that the status quo will continue? Or is it a temporary truce and that, look, let's keep the lid on this for a while till we have clarity? What do you sense from the Congress?
Raghav, when it comes to Congress, the truce can only be temporary. It cannot be permanent. We have seen the ministers, the MLAs speaking their mind out ever since this party came to power 1.5 years ago. So nobody listens to anybody in Congress. If the High Command takes a decision today, it will be broken within minutes. That's what we have seen. When the High Command 2 days ago, when it asked the MLAs of ministers not to make any statement, right then statements were made. Of course, the meeting that the dinner meeting that Parmeshwar had called of the Dalit MLAs was not held, thanks to the High Command diktat. But then that was it. We don't know when these orders of the High Command would be broken next time. But what came out, Raghav, one interesting fact is that they have said that Shiv Kumar will continue as the KPCC president. These ministers who are against Shiv Kumar were targeting him. When they talk of Shiv Kumar not holding more than one post, they obviously meant that he should give up the party president's post in Karnataka, because he has already completed a 3-year period, and that he's sort of on an extension. So they wanted him to be out from that post. They know very well that Shiv Kumar wants to continue in that post because it gives him enormous power, besides being the deputy chief minister. So that's one thing. One thing has been made clear by the High Command. So to that extent, there is clarity. But then whether there was a 2.5 year agreement, that has not been made clear. I think Shiv Kumar would be happy if High Command comes out and tells the state Congress that yes, there was an agreement, and we will change the chief minister after 2.5 years. That will be by the end of this year. So if a statement like that comes, then I think Shiv Kumar will be happy. But then the Congress will have to be ready to face the decent dissent from the Shiv Kumar, from Siddaramaiah side at that time. So it's a sort of a difficult path to treat for Congress right now.
Right. It's always better to leave many things unsaid in politics. Leave journalists to speculate and say, because tomorrow you can blame journalists. Sandeep Shastri, the fear is who's going to have dinner with who within the Congress. But given the kind of statements that you've said, one thing is very clear, that status quo is going to be maintained. And as Arun points out, DK Shiv Kumar himself categorically saying that, look, there is no such power rotation formula at the moment, but he might want the High Command to make a statement on it. Do you see the status quo playing out for the rest of this term, or do you believe that this is a temporary sort of putting a lid on that speculation and perhaps pick it up at a later stage, closer to the end of 2025 or even post the budget?
Veera, I would like to read between the lines and not the lines itself. I think there is no question of doubt that there is a tussle for the leadership position in the Karnataka Congress. One does not know whether there was really an agreement or not about the power sharing. But time and again, since the Congress came to power, this issue has been raised. And the internal factionalism within the Congress has reared its head at regular frequency. And it has once again come up now. What has worked to the advantage of the Congress is the hopeless division within the BJP, who has not been able to take advantage of the situation they find themselves in. And as a result, the jockeying for power within the Congress continues, and each leader tries to make out a case for himself or the one he is backing. Now, this is not good news for the Congress as you complete half your term, where the focus should be on governance and on implementing your poll promises. Rather than that, I think the attention is more shifted towards the leadership tussle and, of course, the various charges which are there against the government in terms of misgovernance. So I don't think this is a good augury for the Congress. The need to focus on governance, the need to set aside all questions of disputes within the party and work towards good governance, because that alone will get you dividends the next time we have an election in the state.
Right, you're making a very, very important point, Sandeep Shastri. Yes, it is important to focus on the governance aspect of it. Obviously, questions will be raised over whether the power tussle is. But from the outside point of view, the Congress categorically saying that, look, you know, it's not a divided house. Everything's in order. This is all just media speculation from an apolitical dinner. But we'll keep a close watch at that CLP meeting and the statements that are expected to come out of it once it's over here in Bengaluru. Remember, that meeting primarily aimed at sending out a message of unity in the Congress party in the midst of all that speculation. But thanks very much, Sandeep Shastri and B.S. Arun, as well as Nihal Kidwai, for that.